Howdy folks, and welcome back to another episode of Tyria Talk. My name is Richie, and this show is all about Guild Wars. Not necessarily Guild Wars 2 this time around. This is episode number 15, and today I'm going to be talking about Winds of Change Part 3. Now, I have a very special announcement. Today is February 9th, and the Winds of Change Part 3 is actually going to be released by ArenaNet today for the original Guild Wars game. I'll explain in a minute what that's all about, but the important special announcement is tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be streaming Part 3 of Winds of Change for Massively.com, and some of the ArenaNet staff is actually going to be in the chat room talking with fans and answering questions. How amazingly cool is that? This is going to be brand new content for Guild Wars, so I'm going to have no idea what I'm doing. But I'll do it live in front of viewers anyway. And you can come hang out with me, hang out with the ArenaNet staff, and we'll play some Guild Wars. So I'm extremely excited. I hope you guys can make it. I'll put the link below, but it's twitch.tv/massivelytv. And again, that's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, what is the Winds of Change? This is part of Guild Wars Beyond. It's a series of extra content they've been adding to Guild Wars that kind of bridges the gap of the story between Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2. So it's new content that people can play in this awesome game. Now, the story, and I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. If you don't want to know what happened at the end of Factions, or you don't want to know what happens in Winds of Change Part 1 and Part 2, stop watching the video now. I'll see you tonight. But if you want to know, if you want to kind of have an idea of what's going on with the story, I'm going to just briefly go through it with you. The Factions campaign ended with you defeating Shiro and his plague of afflicted. Now, basically, he set a plague upon the people, and it kind of turned them into these grotesque zombie demon creatures called the afflicted. And in Winds of Change Part 1, what you basically did was you went around cleansing different areas that were still affected by the afflicted. So, you're kind of wiping them out of Cantha. And you're doing this with an organization called the Ministry of Purity. And everything's well and good. And then once you beat the afflicted back, they actually have you start to try to help cleanse different rival gangs of Cantha, the Jade Brotherhood and the Ampha specifically. And you're like, okay, yeah, the gangs are not so good, so we'll help you do this. And then they start kind of targeting specific people in these organizations for assassination almost. And then the kind of warning bells start to go off, like, what exactly is happening here? And in Winds of Change Part 2, it starts off with a scene where the Ministry of Purity is trying to kind of like rally support from the public. We beat back the afflicted for you. We took out the gangs, and we're going to do other things, blah, blah, blah. And they have up on stage with them Ashu, who is this boy who is believed to be the sole survivor of like Shiro's slaughtering of the Yudachi family. And Miku comes out from the audience, and she's actually one of the surviving. She's actually like the sister of Ashu, and she comes out. She goes, "Ashu, is that you?" kind of thing. And the Minister of Purity turns on her and goes, "Look, she's armed. She's going after Ashu. What are you doing?" And they call her an assassin, which technically she is, but she wasn't trying to assassinate Ashu. And they basically send the guards to attack her. And that's when we kind of say, you know what? The Minister of Purity is not what they say they are. We're going to take Miku's side here, and now you're an outlaw kind of with her. And then we kind of uncover that the Minister of Purity's next target is the gentle race of Tengu, which are kind of like bird folk who have a treaty signed with the Emperor. But the Minister of Purity is demonizing them by targeting this rebel faction of Tengu and saying, "See, they're a threat to the people. We need to exterminate all Tengu." And you spend the rest of Winds of Change Part 2 kind of defending the Tengu and ensuring that they survive the Ministry's onslaught. So that's where things leave off. So Winds of Change Part 3 is going to continue the story. Probably got more Miko going on. We're going to be butting heads against the Ministry of Purity again, probably. I don't know what's going to go on exactly. It's going to be brand new content for me, and I hope everyone's excited about it and can join me tonight for the live stream. So once again, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. ArenaNet staff is going to be there. Massively.com's live stream channels on twitch.tv/massivelytv. So that's going to wrap things up. I hope you can join me. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments field below. Click on that subscribe button. It's right up here somewhere. Click on that so you can be notified when I release future videos. You can also contact me on Google Plus and Facebook and Twitter to find out all my video game happenings. And I look forward to spending some time with you guys tonight. So I'll see you then.